What's up, everybody? This is Dre Trades. Sunday Q&A. What is up? I normally do this on a Saturday. You see, I got Saturday crossed out for Sunday. I can really cross that up with any day because that's me, man. I just don't know when I'm gonna get live, but I'll go ahead and talk. This is the day where I just kind of sum up maybe Friday, sum up some things that I did or what I'm gonna do, or maybe even not. Just talk about anything, and I'd like to have your opinion because I just sit here and talk BS. I'm gonna talk about what's going on in America. I'm gonna call that 19. Okay, I'm just gonna call it 19. Hopefully, I remember. There's some people up in here, but I like to have replay value for the people that watch the afterplay because people don't come in on this, right? So yeah, hey man, hit the bell, subscribe, and I would love for you to get up in here, man, so we can talk some stock. So what I typically do is just kind of jump on here to make sure I'm live because I don't want to talk there. Looks good, so I can minimize that screen. All right, man. I don't know who I got in here. I'm not looking at the numbers. So anyway, last week, well, here's the weekly chart, right? This is the SPY, and I'll just talk about this. I said it in my earlier videos. Just kind of cover your ears. It's really bad out there. This weekend, I didn't hear a lot of super bad news, so that's good. Yeah, we got some small stories, but it's the typical. Nothing that we didn't hear before unless I just didn't hear it. So that's good news. I still kind of like us for a little bounce right here. I'm liking the way the slow stochastic is looking. And the last chart, it's almost bullish engulfing. Is that what they call that? Almost. The close on Friday sucked. And you see that quick video I did just last Friday? It kind of got me. I'll pull up the 15. Let's pull up the 5. And I was just watching this thing trend. Yeah, not necessarily on a trend line, just kind of going up, getting more bullish. And then right here is, I put on a trade somewhere right here, right when it came down. It was perfect timing. I was like, oh man. And then this thing just started ripping. Let me see, from here to here, what is that, almost 2%. And I was like, I'm going to hold these positions over the weekend. And we gave it back. This thing just started dumping. And I didn't feel like too concerned about it at the point because I was just feeling so confident. Silly me. Titanium, what's up, man? I'm just kind of going over my Friday trade, and I thought this was the move right here. I thought this was the move that was going to end the day, even though we was going into the weekend. I don't know. I just felt, I don't know. It was just stupid. Anyway, so I should have got out because I made good money on that move, and it went down there. I was like, I'm gonna just dump the positions and take a loss. I'm not gonna even hold on to them. But it was still up week. You saw the weekly candle, and what I should have did there is possibly just kind of come out and just look at the resistance that was right there that it was facing, and I didn't do that. I don't know, just terrible trade. I'm just feeling bullish. I don't know it, but look at that candle. So I don't like the close. That sucked. That was a 3% down in 25 minutes from the top, But anyway, so we got a good weekly candle still. So let's see what happens. I think Friday when they signed the bill, everything's kind of all right. So anyway, that was that trade. And I still think we could kind of go up. If we open down on Monday, I think I'm going to sell some puts below. And I think that's going to be my trade. That's what I'm going to be looking to do because I think we kind of just snap a little bit. And when I say go up, I don't mean go up forever new high. I just mean 50% retracement at least. So I'm thinking like, where did I figure that out? Let's go ahead and draw that real quick again. I had it on here, but I cleared all my lines. Cigar boy, what's up? It was a head fake. Yeah, it was. I was like, that's why I was like, what am I thinking, man? When it started going up, I think it head faked the people going up, and then it head faked them going back down and took them away. And that closing was the perfect trade because you had time to get back in, buy puts, or do whatever you needed to do to take advantage of that because it was gonna. I just wasn't here. I just wasn't thinking right. So that's why I was just pissed off. You ever lose money? Put it this way, if I do something where I think is smart and I lose a lot of money, I feel like, no big deal, whatever, okay, get them next time. But when I lose a lot of money and I feel like I kind of did something dumb, I feel even if it's not a lot, I feel like, oh man, damn, just feeling, it just bothers me. So that was one that kind of bothered me because I I think I was right when I put it on because I did catch gain, but I just didn't think about it, selling off into the close like that. I just wasn't thinking. I was like, what am I thinking? I don't know. It's just terrible. I was tired. That's one of the reasons why I didn't make a video. I made it at the end. I worked a lot of hours. I came home. I placed a trade. It was working. It's a big deal. Anyway, what am I doing here? Oh, okay. The Fibonacci, the 50%. See, 2796 approximately. Let's just call it 2800. So I'm thinking there. And the 61.8 is 29.38. So, yeah, I think we can kind of get up to there, and then maybe we'll see what happens, right? The cases are not really getting any better. What's getting better is the ventilators. They're working on the ventilators, the mask, and the things for the hospital. I think like the Nike and the Under Armour and the company for the Fanatics that makes the uniforms for the baseball, they all just convert. They all making masks and gowns and all that stuff for free for donation towards the medical field, and which is great. I mean, they ain't making baseball uniforms. You don't need those, right? So you might as well make something and make something for the gowns, make something for the medical. So that's good. GM's going to be making the ventilators, and hopefully, that is a start. Because the president signed that the Defense Act, the bill, defense, whatever, where they can force people to make stuff, the Production Act or whatever it was called, and that's good. Since I'm talking about that news, let's bring this up. I don't know, maybe it's on here because I was going to talk about these updates real quick. You said buy equities, sell credit. The market went up due to buyers. Rally is due to funds needed to rebalance big time on March 1st. Yeah, I think all of that stuff is kind of true. I don't know for a fact, but because I don't know, man. There's a lot of head faking, going on with these hedge funds, and everybody's got all this money's got to go somewhere. And I'm telling you, it's itching to go to the market because it can't go anywhere else. It just can't, So. I don't know, Anyway, I feel that we can go to 270. All right, so why did I go to the screen? I can't even think. What was I talking about? Ventilators? Baseball? I don't even remember. Damn, I got sidetracked. All right, so I'll talk about this. The news. Look, the VIX was only up 7%. Yeah, that's not bad to be down 1,000 points. That was yesterday, on Friday. So no big news stories coming out for the week. I heard here in Louisville, they was out in the street partying or whatever. Just, you're going to have these little gaps of people just not paying attention. And I guess they just want the virus to pass along to their families. I mean, I don't know, man. We gotta social distance. It's probably really the only way. I don't think it's the end all. It's not the way. It's just a way to slow down the virus to give the government time to find a cure or find out what they're gonna do, Just give them. Be just buying time. Oh, so I wanted to talk about. I got my little worldometer, so we're gonna talk about some numbers real quick. And Italy's kind of got me concerned. You said we're not winning the virus battle at all, man. And that's what I'll talk about now. So here's the worldometer, and this website just tracks like anything with a statistic on it in the world, current population, deaths, births, cars, you name it, man. This website is tracking it. So I think this website's pretty valid. So we're going to go ahead and click on Corona. So this is the Corona stats. So here's the total cases, period, right? I think these are worldwide. And so if I do the math, I'm going to take, there's been 33,599 deaths. So I'm going to take 33,599 and divide that by the cases, 712,995. And I'm getting a death rate of 4.7%. Okay, that's what this is killing. When I kind of was keeping track of these numbers all the time. This is what I do when I see numbers, and it started off like I think 2. It's going up. I wish I can chart it, but it's going up. But let's view by countries. You can see all the countries here. USA is the total cases, what they call the epicenter. Was it not the epicenter, but You know what I'm saying? Just the country with the most cases, whatever that word is. I want to click on Italy though, because they concern me. And if you look at Italy, let's go ahead and do the math on Italy. Well, this is easy to do. I don't really have to do the math. You just move the decimal point up over 1, and it's basically right around 10%. So 10,779, 10,779 divided by 97689. Yeah, it's 11%. Why no? Yeah, I guess it's 11. Yeah, 11%. Okay, yeah, exactly, 11% death rate. That's crazy. Now look over here. Here's the closed cases. This is real concerning. Focus right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take me off so you can see this. Closed cases 23,809. Now the closed cases is either the people that got recovered or you died. You either recovered or you died. And if you look at the deaths, they doing the math for you, it's 45%. Okay? Basically 45% of the people has died. Basically, you either, if you get it, you got a 45% chance of dying, basically, or recovering. You know, but now when you look at, that's taking out the active cases. So if you add in the active cases, we'll get close to that death rate we was just talking about. But these people are still in limbo. We don't know if they're going to recover yet, and we don't know if they are going to die. But either or, it's a very high rate in Italy. And why is that? I was always saying to myself, now this is conspiracy theory kind of thinking. You know, I was like, it seems like a lot of overreaction when we saw it in China, and we was looking at the death rate, it was kind of low, blah, blah, blah. And they building hospitals in a week and things, you know, something just tells me that when you look at this, like, it just seems like it still seems like they're not telling us something. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It just seems like something is not being said, and maybe Italy is kind of showing it. I mean, look at that curve right there. Let me click on the US. USA. Let's go down to the curve. Yeah, I mean, this is the total cases. It's not leveling off. It's just going straight up. It almost looks like the stock market did. This looks like a stock chart for the last forever, right? And we would like to see this thing start to go sideways to kind of slow up a little bit. Let me pull up China. Let's go back to the countries. And do I got China up in here? Is China a country? Or is it a continent? I don't know. Excuse me. All right. It's got to be up here somewhere with the code. China. There we go. Let's go down. Yeah, see? Look at that curve, how it's flat. Now, I don't know if this is to be true. It just doesn't what did China do that we didn't do? You know, is that we didn't totally shut down. I know there was spraying the streets. There was just doing a lot of different things. We saw a lot of people basically passed away in the hospital, laying on, you know, we saw ugly pictures coming out of China, and all of a sudden they're just flat. They kind of getting rid of it. They saying the stores is open. I guess we got to kind of believe them because Starbucks said the stores was open. I think Apple said the stores was open, but I'm not sure if anybody's going to those stores though. You know, it's just something. So where are we going to see this? I don't know. It just bothers me. The Italy numbers really bother me. They really do. You said not all the cases are counted. We are not winning. Wrong, Dre. Not all the. I understand that. But what is counted is the death rate, and that's the firm number. The more cases that are counted, that ratio will go down. I mean, it just will, because you're dividing into a bigger number. So the death rate will go down. So. Is that what it is in Italy? They're not counting a lot of people anymore? Or, I don't know. I mean, look, all we could do is go by what we got. That's it. That's all we can do. So I kind of look at it like that. You know, this is the way. Kind of like the unemployment number. You know, people say, oh, they ain't counting. You know, if you stop looking for a job after 30 days, they don't count you no more, or 60 days or whatever the number is. But that's what it is. This is the numbers we got, and this is the way it's always been. So I'm kind of looking at it like that. All right, but I do understand this number changes constantly. the more people are tested, the less death rate. But I'm just going off what we got, so that's it. So is it accurate? I mean, what's going on with China? I mean, all of these there's I wouldn't say fraud, but there's inaccuracy all over these places because if everybody was tested in America, our death rate would be like 0.0001 or whatever, something like that. But they're not. So, it just is what it is. Just makes me think. You got 10,000 incoming. 10,000 what? For the United States? You're talking about deaths? Let me go back to the U.S. U.S. has got 136,000 cases, 13,000. And I'm going to say, if you want a X factor, this is the cases. I'm going to say that's at least double right now. There's at least. Now, of course, it could be way more. I'm going to say it's at least double, if not more, because just because we don't have the capacity to test everybody. I'm hearing ugly news. What was concerning me over the weekend was I'm hearing, if let's say you went into ICU, you got tested, and you can't, your loved ones can't be with you. That's it. At least I don't know if this is everywhere, but from what I've been seeing, they can't. That's it. You're just isolated. You're off. You're not in the room. Next thing you know, you'll get a call. This person's died. You might be able to set up some kind of video type situation, but you're not getting in there, and you don't know what's going on. Here, if you're pregnant, the father's not getting in there and watching the baby come out. I mean, basically the hospitals are only for the sick people, period. There's no visitors, there's no nothing, and that kind of bothers me. I do think they should be for family waivers. We just sign, I just sign a waiver. Hey, I understand, my significant other or whoever you're going to see, and I think just one visitor. I understand I can catch this, catch that. I could die. Let me in there. And I guess maybe they're doing it to protect the workers, but who you're admitting is the sick person, and the one that wants to come is probably not sick. Does that make any sense? So I don't know, man. I don't like, if you were to catch this virus, you're going to be treated like shit. Okay, if you go to them hospitals, you're gonna be treated. It's gonna be like being a POW prisoner. Okay, that's what it feels like. It sounds like it's gonna be like. It ain't gonna be pleasant, and you're not gonna like it. So I don't want to catch it for that reason. I just don't think they're there to be my friends or to help me. They're just gonna throw me in some room and with a bunch of other sick people and wish me luck. And then that's the last I'm going to see. I won't see my family again unless I get better. I don't like that. It's just that bothers me. He said if we run out of ventilators, people will die. Yeah. So it seems like weird that GM can make ventilators. I think the first ventilators they're talking about are in a week. What also bothers me is we wasn't prepared as a country. You seem like we should be better prepared for pandemic, but we just not prepared. Why? We spend so much money on medical. Where's that money going? There's nobody stocking up on equipment and masks and things. There's no stock room. I don't know, but if you get an aspirin from a hospital, you're paying $100 for it. The bottle only costs you $5. Where's that money going? You know what I mean? So it just seems we're just so unprepared. It's terrible. And I imagine if we get over this next time, we're going to be prepared. We're going to be ready for such a thing. I don't think anybody's ever totally ready, but we was totally under ready. We wasn't even thinking about a pandemic ever, and that kind of bothers me as well. There's just no game plan, period. They be just going by ear, playing it every day, looking at these numbers and I think I'm going to shut off New York, Connecticut, Jersey. Nah, it's just crazy. It's changing every day. So New York plates, you're getting pulled over wherever you go. You're getting pulled over by the police, man, and you might be quarantined to your car for 14 days, but you ain't going in certain states with a New York plate or Connecticut plate, a Jersey plate, possibly that whole Northeast corridor. If you trying to head south, you better cover your plates. Oh man, Titanium's talking. I'm just letting you know. He said nothing is made here. It's all made in China, and Trump on China for the last 3 years. Yeah, and Trump, the U.S. has about 170,000 ventilators, woefully start. They was not in a rush to ship anything here, but all ventilator equipment is not seized for. Oh, but all vital equipment is not seized for pandemics. The bottom line is, I even think if China has some equipment to send, I think a big boat just came over with a bunch of ventilators from somewhere, or just equipment. Could I type that in? The coronavirus is starting to hit rural America. Here's a map. Let me see. Ship docks in, was it New York? Ship docks with medical supplies. Let me just Google that. No, but I'm getting 4 passengers dead aboard a cruise ship anchored off Panama. Anyway, 1,000 bed hospital ship Mercy docks to LA. I knew that. Okay, I guess that was fake news that I read that from. But I heard some big China sends mass medical supplies to France. China has said to help ships, blah, 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 cruise ship with 4 dead passengers. Anyway, I guess I was reading fake news. I figure it would come up if I said that. He said China's. I do think China's right about their numbers, because it was like overnight. It was like you didn't really see a reduction. You saw that curve. The curve just went up and then went right. It just. So we know they're lying, and people that drop bombs, that was speaking, are mysteriously dead now, and yeah. So there's some. I definitely don't believe China, but what I do believe, and then I know they force people to open. Let's look normal, even though the virus is still out there, and we just won't report the numbers, because we do know that Starbucks and Apple stores are open over there. So I don't think those CEOs will lie. So we know it's some kind of normalcy over there, but I think the virus is still rampant, and they're just not telling people. I'm not even seeing images out of China. I'm not seeing a bunch of those Twitter. Twitter was, man, you go on Twitter and just type in China. You're going to see all kinds. Type in China/19 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to see all kinds of images. That's what it was like before. Now I'm not. It's like they really suppressed everything. I'm not catching nothing out of there. But that's what it is. The only thing you're seeing now is things out of New York. It's bad. Hope. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. If you looking at all this stuff and then you try to go to the stock market and see, hey man, the trade is down, but I mean, we just don't. Do we go down forever? And that's why I say just kind of close your ears and hopefully, the stock market's looking ahead, and hopefully we're getting. I heard there's the testing that they're getting ready to roll out. I forget the name of the company. That 15 minutes and we'll know if we got it or not. That's good news. There's some positive things happening on a minute scale. There's some positive, and I hate the fact that it's testing, but there is some positivity on even viruses and vaccines or whatever. That's good too. It's just that there's longer time spans for that to kind of happen. It's not just going to happen tomorrow, but the process is going along. I think there's like 4 or 5 type prototypes or whatever that's going to whatever phase. I don't know about all that stuff, but it's not anytime soon. But hopefully before next flu season. That's where I'm kind of putting my limit. Can you get this ready for next flu season? And you're going to be able to dish it out? Can you imagine the lines for next? Let's say it happens. Imagine the lines for next flu season trying to get a vaccine shot. God, it's going to be crazy. This is going to be havoc for the economy for a while. Also, this is a monetary issue. Yeah, it's all kind of issues. Oil and, I mean, you name it. Look at oil. This no relief. I seen oil. I got it for $1.67. That's incredible. If you use your dollar Kroger points, you can get it for 67 cents. That. But I mean, yeah, oil is crazy. There's a lot of things. It's just, yeah, it's not just so. And then when everything is all together, now we got to work on the government's balance sheet and the Fed. It's just ugly. It's something that's not going to be ever, to me, in my opinion, ever be repaired. Unless unfortunately, I think that we do all got to pay. We're all gonna hurt. Just like if you go broke, right? If your family is your family's facing bankruptcy, right? And you're trying to come out of it. Everybody's in pain, right? You're not getting the refrigerator's not full. You're driving a piece of crap car. You can't barely get gas, or you know everything. You're rolling on dead tires, and you can't get clothes. Your breath may stink, or whatever. That's what's going to happen to all of us. We're going to actually have to sacrifice, and we all, I think, going to be coming out of our pockets more to pay for this big bill that they're throwing out there. So and I think that's the only thing. So they trying to, the rich can do it or whatever. It's going to be everybody, and that's going to be painful, I think, for everybody. I think that's the only way to kind of get it to normal. Everything else is just a dream. Like, you look at what's going. The Trump had the best employment rate, right? The employment since 80 years or whatever the hell it is, and we were still going into debt every month. So obviously that wasn't the answer. It wasn't. We wasn't making up any ground, before all the viruses and all that stuff, right? So employment was rocking and rolling, and the corporations got the tax cuts they was looking for, and it wasn't doing anything. You know what I mean? I think, was it Clinton? That was the only person in my voting history that he actually ran a surplus. And I think, I'm going way back, but we was in a deficit. Clinton got us into a surplus, which you don't want. The government's not. You're not supposed to be surplusing and making money and whatnot. I think they wound up did they cut checks and give us some of that money back? I can't remember. But then you had 9/11, and then Bush effed up all the money, and we've been just going down ever since. Anyway, you said the Fed just floated $6 trillion, and they talking about, it's just the numbers that we can't think about that stuff now. And you know what? I'm actually glad that the government's not trying to say they're trying to feed. This could take us down, and they're like, forget the money, forget the but we got to take care of this, and they're throwing everything at it. And that's, I think, what's going to put a floor on the stock market, because this is, what are they calling it, the bazooka? Is that the word? It's bigger than a bazooka, and the Fed has got all kinds of puts on the market, basically, and it's going to eventually, hold. Even though we got other problems out there, they're going to try to buy themselves out of this problem. And I don't know if they can do it, but they're going to try. Anyway, so you got Joe. Hey, Paul, what's up, man? You said passed away from, who's Joe Duffy? I don't know who that is. And to Morak, I'm sorry. We want cheap gas when everyone is scared to go outside. Oh, who wants cheap gas? Yeah, there's nowhere to go. I just filled up. I work for the post office, so I got to keep it moving with, but there's a lot of people not going anywhere. So, all right, you fill up for $3 or fill up for $1. You still ain't, it doesn't matter. Like you said, it's okay. I got a full tank of gas. I ain't burning it, and I got nowhere to go. So I don't know, but it's nice. It's nice to, when you drive by the gas station, to see 167, or with the first numbers of 1. That feels like kind of good. Like, wow, that's nice. But at the same time, that's hurting a lot of people and companies out there. That's cheap. I'm trying to think of, remember the last time I think the last time I seen prices like that. When I first moved here in Kentucky in 2001, prices were 99 cents. I remember paying 99 cents a gallon. So 2001, yeah, I've seen prices like that. But then it immediately shot up. That didn't last long at all. Anyway, you said you whipped out, without the bazooka, the U.S. goes. Yeah. Just thinking, with the bazooka. Wait a minute. You saying without the bazooka, we go, I think, a Great Depression. With the bazooka, depression? Oh, man. And they trying to open up this economy and put out these dates. Man. But, Trump's right with the cure. The cure is more lethal than, what do they say, than the actual thing. I forget the terminology, because this is an expensive cure. And the number one economy in the world, you just can't really be shutting it down. You're gonna shut down the world. We can't stay shut down. The world will be over. Doesn't matter if we got the world will be over. We can't stay shut down. So you see what's going on in these stores. People getting robbed. You can't get toilet paper. I got a good supply. I got a nice supply. But I'm thinking about them. Hopefully they stock up so I can get. I actually worry about running out. Then I'm not gonna have any toilet paper. Oh man, but I know I can wipe my butt with a rag like we used to do. I mean, there was this lady on Facebook. I can't get diapers for my baby. I remember growing up, we had cloth diapers. You remember the little pail and you put it in the pail and you just throw it in the washing machine and you just keep it moving. I don't know. Yeah, that works. So people, we can wipe our butts with a rag and wash it. It's not the greatest thing, but it works. Anyway, so if we can start work, are you willing to let two is that 2 men? Oh, I think you said million old Americans die. If so, we can get working tomorrow. Man, I feel there's a lot of things out there. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real right now. This is my opinion. I don't like the shutdown. There's a lot of things that can kill us out there. A lot. And if the virus is one of them, well, so be it. Are we going to hide from... Think of the other things that can kill you. Do we hide from it? We just hope, and pray we don't catch those things. We might live this and then, we got cancer tomorrow, deadly. There's so many things out there, and we're hiding from this one. I do think we should just keep it going and maybe just wear masks and just keep our fingers crossed. I don't think it's going to take down the whole world, but we're going to take down the whole world shutting down. It's messed up. I don't want to see anybody lose their life. I'm hearing some horror stories out the hospitals and stuff like that, but I don't know, man. There's just a lot of things out there. There's a lot of things out there. This is just one, just one thing, and it sucks. It's kind of like, I was like going to compare it to AIDS, but we have condoms. But I remember back then it was scary to kind of do it. Even with a condom, we want it so bad. We'd be like, hell with it, man. I'm getting this. I'll worry about that later. So maybe we should kind of worry about that later. Oh man, we be wanting it so bad and going raw. Just like, I'm taking my chances on this, right? It's almost like the same thing. I don't know. It's messed up. I don't want y'all to put me. It's just my opinion, and it could be me. I could catch it tomorrow. I work in the post office ain't protecting us, and I'm out there messing with packages. I'm with close quarters inside the building. There's been confirmed cases in the post office. Look at this story at Amazon. I had it right here. Can I bring it up? Was it? Let's go on CNBC. Hopefully it's still in the window. Amazon warehouse workers in Staten Island plan strike over coronavirus safety. And I know what they're going through without even reading the story because I'm going through it too. Amazon workers in the Facility Center, JFK 8, planning to walk out Monday. See, now I can't do that. I work for the government. They'll wind up arresting us and whatever. The workers are striking to demand that Amazon close the facility after an associate tested positive for the coronavirus there last week. While only one case has been reported publicly, JFK workers, JFK 8, that's the facility number, right? Workers claim managers aren't being transparent on how many people are sick with the virus and say at least 7 people have the coronavirus. Same thing is happening in my job. Same thing. It's the same thing. And I just feel unprotected there. And what else? I was going to say something. At least close it down or, get in there, just sanitize it. That's all I ask. I know we still got to move mail, but just get, do something, blow something around. I don't know. Get some Lysol, spray things. I don't know. But it needs to be sanitized. And don't hold secrets about who's sick, who's not sick, so I feel these workers, and a lot of people, I feel the nurses, I feel a lot of people, that we have to work in dangerous situations. So nearly 100 works at the facility known as JFK plan to participate. So this is going to be interesting for Monday. This might bring my favorite stock, Amazon, down, because if this trends, okay, that's one facility, but it might trend across all 8 facilities, and then now mail ain't going there. By the way, I did know since the virus has been going on, there's an increase in mail. It's a big increase in mail that I'm noticing. Small and other associates have been increasingly concerned about blah, 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 blah. JFK 8 employs 4,500 workers and spans 855,000 square feet. So, if you work and there's infections, you got to just, do a little sanitizing, let us and be transparent about we don't know who's sick. We all can take a guess, but be a little bit transparent who's sick, who's not sick, who thinks they're sick. I know it's like HIPAA violations. I get it. But we're also talking about deaths. I want to know personally if I was maybe hanging around this guy. Did I shake this person's hand? I want to know that. And then we're like, okay, yeah, I think I'm good. I kept distance from this person. So they just there's a lot of touching. You believe it or not, a lot of packages and mail is physically touched by hands. It's not just machines kind of moving. Somebody's picking up and, a lot of touching. When you get a package, your package was touched with a lot of hands. Just let y'all know that. It's a lot. It's not just machines, okay? So you see these guys with their hands in the boxes and stuff, and yeah, a lot of hands, a lot of touching. Look, they ain't even got masks on. I don't know if this picture was taken during, it says Getty Images, so this is an older picture most likely. But just kind of keep that in mind. And when you open up a box, somebody had to put that in the box. And I know Amazon got a lot of robots, but there's also a lot of hands. Just keep that in mind. All right, so. Oh, man, are you willing to, we lose 1.25 men. You keep saying men every year. Is that million? We lose every year to car accidents. This is a huge ethical issue. It's not a root. And if you want to compare it to car accidents, and I know, we can go out there and get into a car accident. A lot of people die in car accidents, but we don't stay home because we think we're going to get into a car accident. Even though the chances are high you get into a car accident, especially around your home. Don't they say most deadly car accidents happen within 10 minutes of your home? By the way, that's that. You know why? Because you do a lot of driving around your home. Of course, I'm not going to be crashed up 50 miles away or somewhere because I don't go that way. I do most of my driving around here. Anyway, that's the stat that I always thought was silly. But, we're not going to not do it. So we don't have sex because of AIDS and the herpes and there's a million of them. And we don't stop driving because of car accidents. We don't stop flying because of plane crashes. We don't stop you doing things. Anyway, you get my point. So that's what I think. It's just weird. I feel for everybody. I don't want no one to die, especially don't want me to die. But I don't want no one to. And but it could just be life. I don't know if shutting down, just waiting for the virus to go away. I don't think that's gonna last. That can't be the answer. Please don't tell me that's the answer. Because that's not going to work. It'll slow down the numbers. But throwing money at it ain't going to work. Ventilators or vaccines, that's what's going to work. It's the vaccine. So when they get the cure, we know eventually the curve will start going down because we could, give everybody the needles and they'll get better. So I hope y'all don't think my view is messed up, but it's just, I don't know. I don't want to run from things. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like the stores. I don't like, it's all cute now. You go there, oh, there's no meat. Okay. There's no paper towels, toilet paper and all that stuff. How long is that going to last before people start going crazy? Not long. I'm telling you, another 2-3 weeks, it's going to get crazy out there. So hopefully these stores get shelved. It's not all cute, because people's gonna run out of supplies. Some people's got it, some people don't. And they're gonna go to the store and can't eat because they want to eat, got money to eat, but they can't eat because there's nothing. That's not gonna last too long. It's not. It's gonna be craziness at the store with its violence, and you know what I'm saying. So that situation needs to straighten out soon. Really, I'm telling you. Anyway, you want to know what? The volume is up since the virus. I meant to say 19. You know why I want to say 19? When you say virus, they totally unmonetize your videos. Not like I only make like maybe 10 cents off the video, but wasn't gonna say how's the post. Yeah, the volume is up ever since 19. The volume has been up. Yeah, with packages, everything, because you can't get it from the store, so people are on all kinds of internet sites ordering things. Not necessarily letters, but packages. Everything is up, and that's why I think Amazon's hiring 100,000 people, whatever, 150,000, whatever. Walmart wants 100,000. They move a lot of packages. I don't know if the post office is hiring, but But anyway, why? Because volume is up. And you can't go to the store, right? So people's home online shopping, and they just buying all kinds of stuff. Amazon's JFK 8 might shut down a walk, but I don't know why the stock is. I'm telling you, they selling more than ever. I guarantee. You see, they can't even get the stuff out in 2 days no more. They're telling you, hey, we only shipping essentials. All that other stuff might take 3 to 4 weeks for you to get. And I don't know if that's supply chain or they just focusing on essentials. So that part I don't know. I know they're saying their supply chain is kind of down as well, but I think they're taking that stuff off. It just says currently unavailable. But if it is available and it says Prime and you click add to cart and you buy it, it's not coming in 2 days if it's non-essential. I've been seeing that for a week before they even announced it. My stuff has been taking 4 to 5 days, but now that they announced it, they're saying that some of that stuff is going to take 3 weeks. So that's how much stuff is being. Amazon should be higher. They're making money. They're making money. I can't wait to see their numbers and Walmart's numbers, because Walmart's got a nice online presence. When Amazon don't have some, put it this way, when I shop at Amazon, I always pull up Walmart as well, because they got a lot of stuff. Walmart is sneaking in on Amazon's back door, and they don't need Prime. Yeah, they got a lot of stuff. 2-day shipment. One thing I like about Amazon is Walmart, you can return that stuff to the store and get your money right away. You don't have to kind of box it up. I know it's easy returns on Amazon, Kohl's, all that places. You know what I'm saying? But Walmart, you can just box up, take it to the. It basically is just as easy for the most part. And then you can buy something again right away, either from the store or online. Anyway, I like Walmart's online. I like it. Anyway, FDIC issued a plea to Twitter for people not running. Yeah, I took out some money to stock away because the run on the banks. I don't know. So they're doing that right now because are they running on the banks? I hope not, because that's not going to be good either. So get some cash. Get something. So if they make a run on the back, it's funny because I went to a few ATMs and it says unavailable. There's nothing, unavailable, broke, whatever. And I guess there's no money in it. So I seen some of that. Not all the ATMs is stocked. What's going on there? It's a story that's not being talked about. Joe Diffie was a country music star. Okay, I gotta look that up. Assumed it would be up. I think it's gonna get worse because every state is slowly bringing in. Yeah. I always thought the Republicans was gonna. The Republicans always thought the Democrats was gonna have that martial law kind of thing. It's the Republicans. Y'all doing it. They the ones that's got troops out and they're gonna take your guns. Anyway, FDIC insures. And then there's no run on the bank. If there's a run on the bank, the Fed will fire its bazooka. Yeah. Another bazooka. But yeah, man, I hope the food. I was telling Deborah, that's my girlfriend, check her out. we don't have a lot of anything. You know, as you see, we don't have a lot of hospital beds. Even though there's a gas station on every corner, there's not a lot of gas. If there's a run on gas, there's going to be no gas. Even though there's grocery stores everywhere, as you see what's happening, if people shop at the same time, there's not enough groceries for everybody. There's not enough, you name it. There's not enough nothing for everybody. If people decide to make a run on it, you know, so make sure you're stocked up on everything you possibly need. Yeah, money is next. If they're not, I didn't hear any official stories on that. I've been seeing some evidence of it, and you telling me I didn't hear about this FDIC issues or plea on Twitter. That's gonna get people nervous and make them run on the banks. Just by saying that alone, I almost think if they know that, they should say nothing, because it's just gonna get people just like, oh my gosh, it's running. I better go get money. You know, just like they're gonna stock up and pull all their money out. And you know, the banks don't have enough money to give to everybody's. They don't have the money to give you your money back. Period. Oh man, you give it to them, and I don't know, they invest whatever the hell they do with it, but they don't have enough money to give you your money back. You know, so make sure you have some money, even though there's hardly few places to spend it because you can't go to the grocery store. You said the chair exclamation. Okay, you didn't want to do it. Okay, I thought my eyes suck. I didn't know who I was talking to. Titanium exclamation. Cash can be infected. Yes, indeed. Cash is one of the nastiest things that you could have. And just look at when I use a credit card. So I'm cashless. I don't mess with cash. So I very rarely touch cash, but just stand in the store and you see the grocery store cashiers, they got their gloves, their little plastic gloves, and they're getting cash from the person. That person don't have gloves on, and they're giving you, I mean, that cash can be infected. And you're taking the cash and you're putting it in your pocket. It's in your wallet. And yeah, money was already nasty. Now it's even more nastier. I don't think they'll ever say, by the way, me and my girl was talking about it this week. I don't think they'll ever say, money is infected, be careful with money, or I don't think they'll ever say packages or mail is infected, because they don't want to scare them. They don't want people thinking that when these boxes are coming to your house, it's infected. Or when these letters we getting mail, everybody's getting mail every day. They don't want to tell you. And like I told you, it's all touched. It's all touched by hand. So, and not everybody's wearing gloves in the post office, all right? So they got getting their letters. It's optional. You know, if you want to wear it, wear it. If you don't. So, you know, it's your letter's getting touched. All that stuff is getting touched. Your mailman, he's got a case of stuff, and you know, I'm telling you, man, it's not all machines. So be careful with your mail. Now they're telling us, oh, don't stick to the mail. It sticks to everything else. It don't stick to paper. It don't stick to cardboard boxes. No, it dies. Man, imagine they told us, man, cardboard, man, it would be crazy. It'd be crazy out there. People, you know, so be careful. Be careful with your stuff. Oh man, so yeah, that's it, man. That's all my concerns. Futures open up in 2 hours, hour and 45 minutes. You said the chair and the FDIC do a Twitter video. Voo stuff. First time seeing your name. Thanks for joining. Reaction to Young Ads Kitchens Kinga on YouTube. I don't know who that is. Young Ads Kitchens Kinga on YouTube. But yeah, I don't know who that is. FDIC warning, run on the banks. FDIC warns of scams, saying banks in trouble from outbreak. Okay. FDIC warns on Bitcoin community. No need to empty the ATM, bank regulators say. That was 3 days ago. FDIC warns of coronavirus scam, saying banks are in trouble. So I'm not seeing your story. Run on banks on Twitter. That's as he forgets that when they tell you not to panic. That's what I just got done saying. Oh man, is that gonna come up, that story? Anyway, it said what did it say? Let me go up. I hate when you click on a link. Yeah, they forget that when they tell you not to panic, that's when you run. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just by them saying that's gonna make people panic, you just say nothing. I say, you're right. Okay, produces a video telling people not to run to the banks. Man, I gotta see the video now. Let's put it here on YouTube. Is this it? Could I FDIC, I don't know, banks. Update stuff to protect banks. See, I don't like really going through my Twitter feed because I got this nasty thing I follow. Okay, it's called sexual something, and it's a quote of the day. I kind of like it, so I follow it. And if I'm on Twitter, it'll come up and be like showing something nasty. Be honest, but yeah, it's like a quote of the day. It's kind of neat though. I like it, but sometimes they put nasty in it. So if I'm scrolling on Twitter, boom, next thing you know, I showed some porn or some crap. Anyway, the video with the lady, the circuit breaker. Did I pass it? Latest people, no, top. Yeah, I'm looking at all kinds of crap. I knew I shouldn't have clicked on that. FDIC. If I click videos. I don't know. I can't find it. Somebody put the link in there. Well, maybe I can click it. I don't know. This video with the lady. Yeah, I can't find. I'm gonna have to search for it off video. I hope we do not have any more circuit breaker days. We didn't have one, I don't think, last week. I don't think so. We could though. The VIX is still high, so I definitely it's gonna be interesting where the futures open. I think every Monday since the virus, the futures was down big. Wasn't it like 900 points limit down or whatever, 800? If not limit down, close to limit down. It'll be nice to see a mediocre future. Up will be nice. Not that that's gonna the turn happen, but it's not down, because I know it's been down every Monday. And it's like and we got to work our way back. So maybe down 200. That would be nice. Down 300. Just not down 900, 800. It's like and then we'll limit down all through the night, and then we got to wait for some bounce. But if that happens, I'm telling you, my plan is to sell out of the money puts on the opening. That's going to be my plan. Hopefully it lasts, because the VIX should be popping. You should be able to get way out of the money at some good price, and that's my plan. It'll be short term too, like the 5 days, like the Friday, and I'll see what happens. I just don't think we're going down another 20% this week. Nothing really bad came out. There's still a lot of positive news. Nothing real positive, but nothing really bad. And you see us making a turn with more equipment and more the hospital ships, the vaccines on their way, just positive developments in the labs. Like I said, the only thing I don't like is this Italy, man. These numbers is high for Italy. Look at 45 new cases in China. They started it all now. Look at these numbers. Right, 13,000, 5 plus 5,000 plus 5. Yeah, you're gonna say China 45. That's some BS right there. Go through. I mean, shoot, they cheap. They the lowest. Okay, other than this country, Estonia. Never even heard of it. The Diamond Princesses. They put it as a country. Anyway, look, they had 712 cases on that boat. Oh man. Yeah, Lebanon. I mean, come on. China, you got 1 billion people over there, and you're going to talk about you only have 45 new cases. That's a lie. Just lie. New deaths 5. Whatever. Yeah, we know. I mean, it's so obvious it's a lie. I mean, just look at that. Come on. Like it's over there. It was all crazy. Y'all building hospitals in 2 weeks, and now it's just over. People lying all DEAD in the streets. Maybe we go down. That's gonna cover. Good idea on the put. Scary money. I hope we do not have any more difficult. So you said that. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. It's been working. I was gonna do a profits video because I remember somebody said. Remember I did my $2,000 a week video. So someone was like, "Oh, wait until March." Well, I'll give you a hint. I'm still averaging over that number, regardless of all the downturns and some shitty trades I've been doing. I'm still averaging. So I was gonna do a video on that, but I was like, do I wanna? I still may. I may until maybe March 31st. All right, that way the March is over and we're going into April. And yeah, I'm still got the average, man. So I'm still doing well, which is good. Cause I do some stupid shit, man. I'm telling you, I do a lot of stupid things, and I'm like, oh man, I can't believe but I'm consistent, but I got to get the stupidity out. That's where I need to work on. I just need to stick with what works and try not to get faked out and try not to get greedy, and that's what I have to work on as a trader. And once I do that, I'm going to be like, yeah, but it's hard not to. Sometimes, when things is going your way, you start to feel like a genius. You start to feel like, man, this money is easy. I think that's a little bit what happened to me on Friday. I was just like, man, put this trade on. It's going up. I don't even got to look at what. And went down 3% like that. So I'm like, oh, man. Damn, and closed on its lows. It was like down 9, 8. It was down all day and it was creeping back, and then it made a run to damn near break even. I was like, what? Going to the end of the day, we're gonna break even? And I'm going back to that chart, 5 minute. From here, and then made that run almost to the close of the break even basically, and then boom, it's like, so I just wasn't expecting it. I could have expected it if I'd have zoomed out my chart. So I don't know. That faked me. This was a grind going up, and I was like, wow, volume was kicking up right here. So I was like, people's, getting out of these shorts, and then I guess, I don't know, some force. But you know what? The same thing happened last Friday. Let me see if I can find last Friday. Look, it happened here, and then look what happened. What was last Friday? Let's pull up the date. 20th. Maybe I'll make it the 15th. No, 15 minutes. Let's go an hour. And I want to zoom in right here. Right here. Maybe it didn't. No, Friday wasn't. Okay, Friday sucked. I take that back. This is Friday right here. It was a trending lower day. And then we opened up on Monday. We kept coming down, and then boom, there was the bottom. And we kind of did a little something. Then we gapped up, and I had bought calls, I think, right here. I made good money on this gap. Sold it, kind of watched it. And then I think I started to sell puts because I believed in it. We closed on a high. Then I think I started to sell puts. And then I was making money. And I was just feeling like a genius all the way till Friday. Then I felt stupid. I don't know. Yeah, this close sucked. It really sucked. So is that... I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen next week, Monday. But we had a good weekly. The weekly was good. That's the positive sign, right? So that was a good weekly candle for the most part. Volume was high. I wish it was kind of high as that candle, and maybe even that down candle. But I don't know. All right, so that's that cigar. Maybe we go down and then cover. They said it happened was it Monday? Maybe I was thinking of Monday, and I think a lot of people got short and then all of a sudden it started ripping. I think people was covering. I think that was a lot of the rally, but news was coming out. The bill getting signed. They saying 3 weeks for the checks, man. Come on. I thought it was going to be instant damn near. I thought it was going to be like a week. 3 weeks. Does it really take 3 weeks? 3 weeks? Let me tell you something. Hopefully the government's working 24 hours a day. Hopefully they're not like clocking in at 8, 9, whatever, going home at 4:35. Please say you got a full staff there after those hours. because you just need to, you know. I'm busting my ass. I'm putting all kinds of hours in. And yeah, put some hours in. Please, 3 weeks. Gosh. Anyway, with so much fear as possible to break up. Yeah, because everybody, I'm listening to all the professionals. I try to listen to everybody saying, no, it's not the bottom. We're going low. 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 You know, everybody. And they all just waiting to get even better prices. They might not get it. You look at the S&P. This is, yeah, basically, there's a lot of stocks that came way off the bottom. By the way, I think the NASDAQ is way better than the S&P. Yeah, look at that candle compared to the on the NASDAQ. I mean, the NASDAQ is making some ground. But there's a lot of stocks that's way off the bottom. So I wish I had a little list, but they are. So that's a sign, you know, that's a sign. And I remember coming down, it was like a lot of stocks. I was saying to myself, man, these stocks are getting obliterated down 50%, you know, and that's what made me say, we're not going to zero. We can, but yeah, I know the stock market can do anything, but I was like, you know, it's gotta kind of catch a breather here. It's gotta. And I had started trying to find reasons to go long. And so I had actually a good week last week. Yeah, because I was finally on the right side of the trade. I was out of the trade as it was going down because I just suck when stocks are going down. But I'm pretty good at when they're going up. I just feel better. I like rooting for the home team. I hate rooting against the team, even though usually I lose money when I'm on the put side and rooting for it to go down. I just suck. So I learned just to kind of either small positions or sit on my hands and watch it go down and wait for the pullback. For the bounce back, wait for it, and that's what's been working for me. And I kind of got not blown out, bad word, bad trade somewhere. I can't remember. It might have been here. See that pop up? And I thought that we was going to have a nice strong, because I was waiting for the 2,000 point. That's like, oh, it's gonna be a huge rally coming. And we got it. And I mean, that last week was up 20%, whatever that week was. And people saying, by the way, I know we're down 30% or whatever, but we was up 20%. So I know if you just look at the technicals of it, isn't that a bull market? People say, no, it's down. I get it. We're down a bunch. But, you know, when you go up 20%, it should be the start of a new bull market. I mean, right? I think that's what's going to make the start. If you go up 20%, I know, even though you're still down maybe a 30 or 25, I don't know what the exact number is. What's the official kickoff of the new bull market? I thought it was 20%. So some people are saying 20%, man, new bull market, right? It's just a term, but keep that in mind. 20% is huge, even in a bear market. It's huge. So that was a huge turnaround. So just be careful. I'm hoping we don't give all that back, but I do expect a double. Especially, you see, we're almost H'ing. I'm called the H pattern. See that? If we do something like this, and we start to bounce, not right at the low, or just in this area, even if it's before the low, that's going to be a real good buyable bottom. You've seen that throughout history, you know, so be prepared for that. Hopefully, if we come back down, we don't just smoke through it and keep going lower. If we do, it's going to go a lot lower. So if it starts to come down, keep an eye on that bottom right there. Well, I got the wrong chart on. Keep an eye on that bottom right there. Right? And hopefully we snap back. I always think these go slightly above, right? Because people want to pull a trigger early, you know, and hopefully that can run. So this could be that sink down, you know, that test, right, of that. I don't know, though. I mean, it's just possibility, you know. I don't know what I would want. But see right here, see how it did that little H? Right, it came down, and then you figure right there, I got the wrong tool on. You figure right there, we kind of gapped down and kind of messed around with it and then continued down. Hopefully, this candle right even here, see how it kind of didn't go all the way down? Where's it at? That's what I like. That's what I look for. See right there, where it didn't quite go all the way down because people are early, and then you get like, but then it gapped down and it just got ugly from there. So it's going to be a critical point when we get to right here. And looking at what we got now, it almost looks like it may want to do that. And it all depends on maybe Monday or Tuesday. If we have a down Monday and say a down Tuesday, it's not going to rebound. It's coming down to these lows, in my opinion. It's going to do just like this section right here, right? It looked like it was some hope right here, right? Kind of double top, hit some resistance, came all the way down. So be careful. If it goes down again, that's probably where it wants to go, in this area right here somewhere, right in there somewhere. But if we bust through, it could go a lot further. So hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it doesn't. We just need some good news on the virus. We need some good news. Not all that other stuff, on the virus. We need some good news. That curve I showed you in the beginning, I guess I'll end it on it. We need that to flatten out like China's. We need that to flatten out. It's logarithmic. Total case, yeah. It just got to flatten out, and it's going straight up. Well, actually, this is the linear. Of course, that's going to go straight up. This is this one needs to flatten out. It almost looks like it's trying to, but I don't know. And then I think then things will be good. Still a lot of deals out there. But as you can see, when we went down, those deals last for seconds, okay? You catching Starbucks at 55, 58, then doing tomorrow's at 68, so it's still a good deal overall, but then you could have had it at 58, so these stocks are ripping off the bottom, it's so be careful. That's what I was kind of liking that. That's what makes me think, wow, a lot of that was going on. These stocks ripping. In a day, not a week. The SPY took a week to go up 20%. A lot of these good stocks was doing it in a day. So it's like, wow. Okay. Anyway, there we go. 202 Trucker. My wife's at RN. The shit's getting worse. Yeah, I believe you. I've seen some RN videos on social media. It is. But she's right in the thick of it, right there. And she's so deep into it, I don't know if she could see the bright side, if you know what I mean, So I wish her the best, and hopefully she doesn't contract it, because the hospitals are a mess. That's why I don't want to go to the hospital. I don't want to go, Anyway, yeah, and it's NYC fixing to lose 250,000 from the virus if this thing keeps up. Yep. All I can say is yes, disagree, and people need to stay home, I see some people, Louisville had a bad weekend with people partying in the street, whatever. The youngins don't think they can catch it. And, you might even catch it and be good, but then you're spreading it. You're going to spread it. You're going to kill your mother. You're going to kill your father. So that's what y'all want to do. I know if that happened to me, I've been social distancing from my mother because she's elderly. And feel like I'm a little high risk because of my job. So I've been social distancing, talking on the phone, and because it would suck if I go give my mom some hugs and kisses and she contracts and say doesn't make it. Oh, you know how I would feel? I don't know if I can get over that feeling if that was me that did that. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Anyway, you said thanks, man. Yeah, I watched this video. It's kind of viral. This nurse, she quit. It was going to send her to the coronavirus floor, and she quit. She said, "I'm done." She said, "I got family to worry about. I susceptible to. I forgot something was wrong, and she can't go down there." And they was like, "You're going." So she quit. Said family first. So that video was kind of viral. And you could tell she didn't want to quit, and she loves her job, but family first. I totally get it. I support that nurse. Anyway, all right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Futures. I remember I hung up last week. When I hung up last weekend, soon as I hung up, it said, I think the Fed shot that bazooka. And I was like, oh, man, damn, I should have still stayed live. They took rates from 1 to 0, basically. and did some, and the market just tanked the next day still. But it'll catch ground, man. That saying still works. Don't fight the Fed. It still works. Sometimes it don't. Or when they act, doesn't mean you're just like, okay, straight. It doesn't. They don't call a bottom, but you're really going against the current when they putting that much firepower, behind markets and things and this liquidity. I mean, and unlimited. They're telling you unlimited. Before that was unlimited, whatever it takes. That's crazy. So you got to be careful on the short side. That might just be enough to keep the markets from tumbling and just kind of, at least. But I don't know how long that could last. Anyway, all right. All right, so thanks, man. Trucker 202 exclamation. Pull up my little thing here. I'm just always go through the end. Trucker 202 exclamation thoughts. Cigar. Titanium and wedge. Yusuf. Did I catch her? Oh, you pulled your message away, Yusuf. Anyway. Oh, yeah, your message is retracted. You know what? Yeah, I hope you wasn't saying nothing nasty because it gets deleted automatically. Anyway, titanium exclamation, Paul Holland. I'm going to look up that Joe Diffie. I never heard of him. R.I.P. Joe Diffie. Irvin Rodriguez. D'Amelio. I don't know what you mean. I'm going to have to look that up as well. Maybe it means hello. See here. I don't like missing people's names. Good conversation. Titanium we use on a ball writing. Oh, man. I got to figure out a way to, and I did it when I was running my photography channel, to where we can go live in boxes and just shoot this and just talk about it. I think that'd be interesting. If y'all know a way, EMIP-TV at Yahoo. Put it in there, and I'll try to figure it out so we all can get on. That'll be cool, man. I'd love to get you guys, the regulars, on here, and we just have a little with the squares. Like Google, what is that, Google Hangouts or something? We got to arrange one of those. That'll be cool. Cool as hell. Yeah, that's it. I think I got everybody. So thank you, all 6 of you guys, from watching. I know there was a little bit more, but for the ones that's there right now, like the video, thumbs up. And tomorrow I'll talk about, I told you what my trade I'm looking for. Right now I'm short. I'm still short. Let me see. I'm going to go to my trades, right? Trade? Monitor. The monitor tab? Yeah, so I got a positive call on Amazon. I don't know if it's going to work out. The 1922 to 1940 spies on Friday. I'm already down $100 on that. And then the SPX you see here. You could just look at my short strikes, the 2,000 short put, and then the 2250 short put. Right now the S&P is at 2541. Okay, so I'm good. Don't be dropping 200-300 points, man. It's gonna make me lose all kinds of money. But the 2250 is 5 days. That expires on Friday, so I'm 250 points, about 300 points away from that. 290, I think. Hopefully, you don't go down 290 this week. We could do that tomorrow. It seems like I'm on a normal situation. I'm way out the money, man. This is money in the bank. But the way markets are now, I'll be down there tomorrow. I'm losing all kind of money. That's $100. That's a 100-point spread. So that's big. What is it? Right now, I'm up. It's 526.30, $110 on it. So it's not really moving. The delta on the short strike is that? It's at 13, okay? It's a 13.94 delta. Basically, I got an 86% chance of being right. I don't know if I would run that and all the way till the end, though. I'm just trying to make some money on that. And then the 2000 one, my delta, my short strike is 10, right? So that's a good position. I'm up $100, 120 on that. Amazon, it don't look good. We'll see. It was just a long position on that. So yeah, that's my trades. That's what I got going. I got similar trades on my other accounts. Remember, I do 3 accounts. They're kind of similar, and that's what's been working for me right now. But when I've been getting greedy, trying to buy calls and trying to play for a pop, Basically, I was selling at the money call, puts, or maybe 40 deltas out put, and to try to be right there to capture that immediate pop. But it was working until it didn't work. Until I went to the bathroom and came back, the market was down 3%. Anyway, so that's how fast it's moving, and you got to be careful. All right, so there, I shared my trades with you of what I got going on. So that's what's up. You said, do you miss over the road? No. Actually, I do a little bit, but not really. I'm home every day and I make good money, real good money. I'm getting paid, overtime after 40. Basically overtime after 8, double time after 10. Can't beat that. The music? Yeah. Oh, his music? No, but I probably heard of a song. New unemployment numbers next Thursday. Oh, yeah, that's right. What was we down? 3 million? Oh, wait, the monthly comes out. Oh, yes, that's right. Friday. I would definitely be out of those positions I just showed you by Friday. I forgot about that. Yeah, I ain't running those to the end. Now, maybe by Tuesday. Hopefully turn around Tuesday. If it ain't turning around on Tuesday, I'll probably just go ahead and either keep my gains, cut my losses. Yeah, it's gonna be ugly. We saw what happened with the jobs number on Thursday. The unemployment claims. What is it called? Unemployment claims, whatever the claims, and 3 million people. So now the employment number, I believe, is the monthly employment number. How many jobs created? That's gonna be. I mean, none. I mean, who's creating jobs? It's Amazon, Walmart. I think Target said they was hiring a little bit too. But it's a lot of jobs lost, man. Yeah, I don't know all the details of this. It's gonna be ugly. I'm just trying to think. Anyway, all right. Yeah, hopefully it's not as bad as we think. We're gonna get we'll have the ADP number on Wednesday, the claims number on Thursday. So we'll have a little hints of maybe this number, especially with the ADP number. I like that number, by the way. I think that's more accurate than the other number. I mean, they're in the trenches. They're in the payroll. They see what companies is paying, and they see it. I actually like that number a little better. All right. Yeah, to turn around and bend over Tuesday. Yes, indeed. It might be. Turnaround Tuesday's been working, I think, for the last couple of Tuesdays, if I remember right. All right, so thanks. I'm out of here, man. I see y'all. Appreciate you watching. I gotta go. I got clothes to wash. Lots of clothes to wash. All right, y'all. Peace.